Welcome to Quote and Build, the app that streamlines quote, project tracking, and data analysis all in one place. Now let's talk a little bit about the problematic we have. So first of all, initially Osiraga 23 was having a big trouble due to quotes because they took around 3 to 5 hours to give a response for a client. This is why Quote and Build. So what is Quote and Build? Basically, Quote and Build is an app, a web application that allows administrative staff of Otsiraga to give fast quotes for clients and have a project tracking of its civil construction. So where are we and where we want to go? So for answering this question, basically the app is complete according to initial plans, and we will have a couple of reunions with product owners to give feedback, of course, and to implement other requirements that can be useful for product owner. But in general terms, we will focus on the deployment of app. So this is me, I'm Simon Sloan, and the developing team is Alejandro Tirado, Juan Esteban Trujillo, Andres Perez, and the Scrum Master, of course, Jerónimo Campuzano. Carmen, I had a sign. So basically, it was a third 33 fits all providers. This is its acceptance criteria. This is the requirement itself. And basically, if I go to database view, then I can go to view all providers, and as you can see, it retrieves all info it has in database about providers. I can filter by its name, I can filter by its location, and of course by its need. So this is all.
Requirements for this sprint were 36 create graphs on material cost of each provider. That is mainly about showing a comparison of each material in a graph like this. I can see this provider has a price and this other provider has a price. This one is the best provider, so I select this one, Oscar. And the other ones were fetching the projects with a filter, in progress projects or completed projects. So as we can see, I can select completed or in progress projects.
In this sprint, I work on some hotfixes like number factor and calculating the executed total time of a phase with open interval. On the other hand, the functional requirement that I developed with functional requirement 29, add a new provider, and functional requirement 31, edit a provider. For the free functional requirement, we go to the database management section, specifically the add provider button, and we're gonna complete the information. Then I see the name, the ubication, the type, the bank account, and the phone. We're gonna click the create provider button, and that's it. For the second functional requirement, we go to the view provider section, and there is a button that allows us to edit them. We're gonna change the ubication, we're gonna save the change, and here we can see the
For this sprint, I was assigned fetch materials related to a specific provider. So we can see here that we have some materials assigned in the supplier material table, and we can see them on view provider and view materials. If we click here, we can see the materials that are related to the provider. Also here, yeah.
I had the functional requirement 25 be able to filter materials. In the app, we can see that we have a list of materials when we're editing a quote, and we can filter them by the name of the material, like for example, cemento. We can filter them by the city, like for example, Medellin. And finally, we can filter it by the provider itself, like for example, Adolfo. This, in the long run, will help us to handle lists of materials that are so big that it becomes borderline impossible to handle them.
Detalle breve que coloco. Ah, pero primero tengo que crear el proveedor, ¿no?
Claro, si no está el proveedor, hay que crearlo.
Proveedor. ¿Cuál es la ley? 890. Ni siquiera creo aquí.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Daniela, trabajo para la empresa Usiraca. Nosotros somos constructores, navegando la aplicación, el programa. Solo tengo como 3 recomendaciones que le pueden mejorar el trabajo a nosotros acá desde la parte administrativa. Ya los detalles los tiene el compañero y está muy fácil de navegar, se entiende súper bien, no está muy saturada de información, solo son como 3 cositas lo que pueden mejorar y listo. Muchas gracias.